thanks for joining us here. Today our focus is really going to be just reflecting on the year, the work we've done together. We started way back at the beginning. We analyzed a lot of data as a team, and then we went and actually physically went to some professional development, did some other things throughout first semester, and met a lot and really did a lot of planning and stuff together. And started implementing this semester, and now we've hit a time in the year where we're not going to be in school for a while because of the coronavirus, and so we're looking at some online learning. It's going to take place for however long it happens. But today I really wanted to just focus on everybody's reflections from the year, because it could be the last time we see each other for this school year.
Could be the last time we ever see each other.
Could be. But I just wanted to kind of get some reflections from you guys on the work we've done this year, how we can move forward with it, maybe with the online learning and stuff. So I guess we can just start back at the beginning. What was y'all's, I know we've talked throughout the year, but just some overall impressions of the professional development we did down in Macon.
I was really surprised from how many of the things that our school is kind of open to already, from the layout that the people said, from Macon, that this was the ideal situation. I was really pleased to see just how many of those boxes that we had already kind of checked, and the fact too that our school is already kind of open to doing a lot of our cross-curricular pairings, and that's why I thought this would be something that would not be a hard sell and would not be something terribly difficult to implement, because we were already, as a school, open to moving that direction.
And our school goals, as we looked at, are perfectly aligned.
Perfectly aligned with that.
What about Charlie? Your thoughts with that professional development as a first-year teacher?
It kind of opened my eyes as to what work-based or project-based learning was. As far as giving the students a lot more responsibility in the planning of the projects, as far as decision-making. In other words, I don't create a lesson where I say, you do this, 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 and this, and that's how you create the project. I tell them the project I want them to create, and they decide which steps they take to create it.
Giving them more freedom.
Exactly. So
Problem solving.
It teaches them more than just following instructions. It teaches them how to come up with instructions, decide, problem solving and stuff like that. So.
And that's really a lot harder class to teach. Doing it that, doing it that method. It is in a lot of ways, it is far more work than just saying, do this.
Why?
Well, because what you have to do is you have to get your class to buy in. The other thing too, it's as teachers, as somebody as an experienced teacher, giving them adequate time to reflect and stepping back and, sometimes letting them struggle and letting them fail. And as bad as we don't want them to, sometimes they learn more from something not working out than they ever do from something that went perfect for them.
Try, fail, learn, repeat.
Mm-hmm. I know one of the strategies.
I was just going to say, I agree with you, because one of the hardest things as an educator is to let somebody struggle, to not just feed them that information, because you want them to get it, and it's hard. It's hard to let them fail and hard to let them struggle.
I've been fortunate to be able to do project-based learning now for a little while though, and once you realize the benefits to the student, that they're actually gleaning meaningful content and retaining it easier than the sit and get method, then it becomes easier to relinquish that control.
Yep. And looking back at the stuff that we had done, together and worked on together, like I was really amazed at the with Charlie's CAD drawings and the stuff that he did for those kids to prepare for them. He is way ahead of the game as an instructor, period, let alone as a first-year teacher. And the fact that some of the things that he was doing carried over to what Wade and them have done in engineering and done in their STEM labs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
I was going to get
that was a home run.
That was kind of a game changer when Wade brought up the Google SketchUp right there in the kind of towards the beginning. And it kind of clicked for everybody. It seemed like. just because that you can draw the two together very easily. Just give us a little your feedback from what you've seen as far as the kids actually utilizing that.
Well, it does multiple things. First of all, it allows them to be able to operate in a virtual environment. It allows them to start making those connections ahead of time before we're actually driving a nail or doing something. And it allows you to make the connections outside of just this project to other subjects like the geometry. They can see it like, okay, I can see how those angles are and how I can determine how long this truss board needs to be.
And correct me if I'm wrong, do you think it builds some camaraderie between some of our kids and the kids in shop as far as something it gives them, shows them something that, hey, we are in two polar, we are in two completely different disciplines, yet we're doing so much of this stuff that is communal to both.
Yeah, it shows them how it all ties together and how you can't have one without the other.
Right.
And I think that's key to getting them to buy in, is once they see where that crossover is and the importance of both sides of that and where it comes together. I mean, that's where they understand the relevancy from each, from his class, from your class to your class.
You could take an honors kid who might not be a very good hands-on learner,
Right.
and with the fact that they see all the stuff that they're doing with the CAD and with their layouts and stuff like that, about how that has tangible value. And it also shows that these kids doing this on the other side of this have to know what's going on.
Right.
And then it takes some of those kids who may not be as strong academically, that are more hands-on, it may kind of bring them in a little bit, because here you get a chance to, you get to be the leader in an academic setting where sometimes you may or may not be, that alpha kid in that environment.
Absolutely. And I think we've seen that with, the kids in all of our classes collectively. The achievement level has definitely.
Well, it's
gone
at
up
this,
with that.
it's humbling and empowering all at the same time.
Right. Absolutely. So, I guess, kind of transitioning now a little bit. We're about to go into some online learning at this moment. We don't know if that's going to be a week or for the rest of the school year. Really, is what we're hearing, possibly. So, how I guess could we take this message out and take it to the staff? Because I think this could be a very, very powerful online learning environment type. Even though the hands-on is not there, but some of that SketchUp and some of those tools, there's a lot of tools online, and everybody's wanting to give them to us for free. What's y'all's ideas on how we could impact not only this team, but maybe give some ideas to the rest of the school?
I'm stealing a lot of the stuff that he did as his SketchUps and using those for surface area, Pythagorean problems, slope, all that. It was the stuff that he did was so useful. For me, those are easy for me to send out and break it into smaller groups for 30-minute to an hour lessons for them. So I'm actually going to use it and definitely use it a lot in the future, especially when we get back in the classroom.
Yeah. What about because I know you teach algebra too, right? Do you use some of the same type of stuff?
Yeah, because I also have the algebra right into the engineering. It's the final engineering class. So, yeah, we do a lot of the same things when we have those projects. It's still the 2D drawing and the 3D drawing. Again, it helps them see, okay, this is why we use this in the real world. That one question they always want to answer, why, when, or why am I ever going to use, why do I need to know this? It helps them to make that connection.
Yeah. Well, I know kind of our school plan is for the departments to meet online, at least once a week. Maybe after the first couple of weeks, everybody kind of gets used to working from home and doing those online lessons and things. We could come back together and kind of meet and discuss some more interdisciplinary things online as we move forward.
I also think we need to do a lot more in pre-planning in the fall.
Absolutely.
That we need to make this.
Well, I'd like for our team, if y'all would
Yeah.
be willing to kind of present to the staff and talk about what we've done this year, and because I know and a lot of people I'm sure y'all have heard conversations in the hallways, just like I have. A lot of people are kind of interested in what we've been doing and want to be more involved or I guess, kind of jump on the wagon a little bit, so to speak.
Well, every one of these cross-curricular projects have gone well. Everybody's been involved, says, hey, this is great, we need to keep doing. I know with Roxbury and Avery and the auto tech,
Yeah,
and the true value of car maintenance and things, they had really good lessons as well. And
absolutely.
this just, compounds it. Every one that gets done goes well, and
Absolutely.
we just need to keep the momentum rolling.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you again. Hopefully we won't be out for the rest of the year. We can kind of get some more work done, but if we are, we'll just keep rolling. But I appreciate y'all's time throughout this whole year of working. I think we've had some real good results, so appreciate you guys.